meeting to order. Mark has started the recording. We'll get a flag. We'll do our pledge. Thank you, sir. All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic which stands for the nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Excuse me. Okay. Where are we here? All right, I'll make a motion to approve the August 19th and August 23 minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Corrections? Good.
No.
Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Rodney. All right, moving on. Project updates. Who's kicking us off this morning?
I'll kick off. Just a pretty quick one. We have the vestibule security glazing scope review at 11 today. So we should be, hopefully they have everything that's in, and we should be seeking approval for this vendor at the September 20th building committee meeting.
Okay.
And I've got updates with some of the on phase 2 through 5, but I'll kick it to Tim.
Yeah, so project updates for phase 1. So we're gearing back up to start demo again next week at North Stratfield and Fairfield Woods. Osborne Hill is going to lag behind just per request of the principal, and just with him getting back into the role. So yeah, we're going to be starting demo, and we'll start doing the same we did in the spring, where we're going to start with corridors, and then we're going to move into classrooms, doing at the speed of 1 per night. Have inspections each morning to make sure that everybody is safe to reoccupy and move forward.
Tim, how long is the lag in Osborne Hill?
We're going to be starting Osborne Hill Monday 9:30, so it's only about 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. It's not anything major.
So you have no concerns about the overall schedule with that delay?
No, we're demo wise. It's technically a smaller footprint, square footage wise, than the other couple schools, and we should have no issue. We should be finishing that demo almost similar to when we're finishing stuff at Fairfield Woods and North Stratfield. So we'll kind of stagger everything with those schools for everything moving forward.
Okay. Any other updates on phase 1?
I mean, school started, last week. Everybody mobilized as such. All the principals are happy. We were able to get everything out of the way off site. We have some storage containers that we have on the schools by permission of Sal and principals, which are been very helpful. And other than that, no, we've been just kind of gearing up for this next push.
Good. Okay. Rodney, any questions? All good on phase 1?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, guys.
Didn't see you slip in there. Okay. Moving on then, project updates, phases 2 through 5. Mark, you were anxious to jump in on that one.
And you're copied on it. I also copied Gil Bain just and sent it to email to Sal and Angeles regarding the order and schedule for phases 2 through 5. So Gil Bain has that. So when they start estimating and escalating for the schedules, they have the order. They are currently estimating the design development phase for the 4 phases, and we are looking to have a reconcile meeting on the 20. We're targeting the 20th, but it looks like the 23rd is a better date for at least Gilbane, and I will be sending it to BL for confirmation.
And that meeting on the 23rd is for all the schools or just the first?
All 4 schools, correct.
Okay. So do we anticipate a staggered release on the DD estimates, or is it more likely to be a whole package then? Is Tomlinson going to get pulled forward at all?
Yeah, Jeff, this is Amar. Yes, we can actually, the sequencing, I'm assuming that's the last piece we'll follow. I'm assuming we're going to follow the same recommendation as was presented to the BOE. Pull Tomlinson forward and defer the rest. We're going to need those dates when you get a chance. Mark, communicate those dates for the deferred schools to us, please, so we can plug it in
Yep.
and make sure that escalation calculates appropriately.
Yeah, and that goes to the statement Mark made that he sent an email to Angelus and Sal asking for confirmation on that, right?
Perfect. Yeah, we'll need that in advance
Correct.
of the estimate, finishing up the estimate, because it changes a lot of numbers around.
Yeah, when you get that, can you share it with the committee too, please?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Any other questions regarding the estimate? Happy to answer any other questions. Obviously, we're still working through it. Okay, thanks.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Anything else on 2 through 5? Going once. Okay.
No.
All right, moving on to approvals. ATPs.
All right, we have 9 of them, 9 ATPs, but it's not as daunting as that sounds. 5 of those 9 are previously approved and for information only. All of them are cost savings from the previously approved amount, and those are noted on the right-hand side. We have 4 new ATPs, and only one of them is an estimate. So the other 3, sorry, are fixed costs. Do you want to start with the, well,
Just
the
start with one,
FYIs?
just
Do
walk
we
down
want
them
to?
quick. Yeah.
Okay. We'll run through them. ATP 10. This is at, where did I start? Fairfield Woods. Existing conditions corrections by the AHJ. This was as noted, it was originally estimated. Did I get that? Okay.
30,000 plus.
It was originally estimated at 30,500. It came in at 11,245 for a cost savings of 19,289. ATP 12 was the mold.
Just Mark, just for curiosity, why the big discrepancy? I mean, I don't mind getting $20,000 in savings, but I'm just curious. Was there less work involved than originally thought?
Sorry,
Well,
I was on
some
mute,
of the
Mark. So it was less work.
Less work? Okay. All right, great.
and some of the work was performed by Gilbane's laborers versus the
Yeah,
demo.
we performed it in-house and didn't go out to the demo team. So we were able to save you guys money there too, which was good.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
And then ATP 12 at Fairfield Woods, the mold remediation at the book storage room. Originally, it was estimated at 21,800. Came in at $8,148 for a savings of $13,663. Tim, do you want to speak to the discrepancy?
Yeah, so the mold remediation, we were not sure about what was going to have to be fixed for the pipe that was leaking. That work was corrected by the Fairfield Public Schools plumbing team. So we didn't have to worry about carrying a cost for that, which we initially had in that original ATP. So that's why we only carried the costs for the demo and the putting back, patching and painting of the wall. So it was substantially less, mainly because of the plumbing factor.
Okay.
ATP 19, RFI 20, classroom B112, existing steel in conflict. Originally, it was approved at $3,800, came in at about $2,000 less at $1,851. ATP 26, the coordination study and design mods. I believe the other two schools, we approved this one as an estimated, and then it came back down to this number. This is a fixed cost at $903. If I can get there too.
Yeah, this was part of the coordination study that we have previously approved in the other two schools. We the only reason why we didn't submit this one early on is because there was a question of 3 particular panels that needed potential changing, and we were able to limit it to just the one, so we were able to submit the one cost. So we had kind of held it off just to make sure while we were discussing it with Ferguson and the coordination study third-party consultant.
So is this an added cost for additional study or an added cost for the equipment?
Equipment added cost based on the study.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we had the same condition at the other two schools, and they are all about the same price. It's like about just shy of $1,000 for the upgrade.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept ATP 026 coordination study design mods in the amount of $903.00.
I'll second the motion.
Second.
Sorry, Joe.
No,
Any
sorry.
any further discussion? Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Pressing on, Mark.
Yep. The next one is, this is the picture of the existing masonry wall. It's a 4-inch wall. There's a chase that is basically going in front of this doorway, so the doorway needed to be moved over. The recommendation came that not to put it back into a 4-inch CMU wall. The recommendation came to put it into a metal stud wall, which is what took place. This cost is for basically the construction of the metal stud wall across this whole opening, and then the taping and painting of the gyp wall. There is a credit back from the mason for not doing the infill and of the existing door opening. So the total cost on this is $5,432. And this is a fixed cost.
Okay. So
Why
I'll make
wasn't this picked up in the original contract documents?
I didn't hear that, Rodney.
Why was this not picked up in the original contract documents?
I'll need to defer to BL on that.
Yeah, our intent was that the wall would be able to be reused where we were relocating and they could just infill. The concern came with the stability of the wall once they demoed it because it was only a 4-inch CMU wall. So not reinforced. and that we weren't aware of that until they demolished the opening. The proposal, there was an option to rebuild with a 6-inch CMU. We thought going with the gypboard would be a more cost-effective solution.
Kristen? So I'll make a motion to approve ATP 027, RFI 064 removal and new wall at second floor, in the amount of $5,432.00.
I'll second that motion.
Any further discussion? Mark, the credit from the mason is not reflected in this number, correct? That's just going to be a budgetary correction?
No, it is. No, it is in there. There's 6 hours for the mason foreman and the mason.
That reduced the cost of the $5,400.
Reduce, yeah. It
Down
came,
to 50.
yeah, the mason is, we don't have a mason subcontractor. Gilbane doesn't have a mason subcontractor. It is under the general trades. So Acoustics owns door hardware, mason, gyp wall. So everything's included in the number here. So the credit is, this is the net add. Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. All right, moving on to North Stratfield.
First one up is ATP. Oops, getting ahead of myself. ATP 18 for the roof drain abatement. There are 7 locations where there are roof drains in the corridor of the part 2 of phase 1. They were all glove bagged, and this is just the this cost is for the abatement of those 7 fittings.
And this is an actual from the this is an actual
This is a fixed cost, yes.
Is the area fully exposed? So do we know that this is the limit of the exposure, or is there more possible?
These are the 7 roof drains, correct? At least in the exposed area that was re-roofed this summer.
Correct. We do have additional roof drains, in other areas that we also haven't uncovered yet. So there's a potential, but this is what we were able to get through this summer.
Okay. Do we have a full count? Do we know how many other? I would assume if these 7 have abatement necessity, then the others are going to as well.
Not necessarily, Jeff. There was 10 of them in this zone, and right. So a little more than 50% had asbestos-containing wrap or insulation. So we can look at the drawing and just pull up the remaining amount of roof drains and maybe just kind of estimate what we're going to be. But yeah.
I'm just curious, order of magnitude. If there's another 10 or if there's another 100, I wasn't sure what the exposure we're looking at.
I can look into it. That's not a problem. I can look into it and just at least we can know going forward.
Okay. Thank you.
And just another item of note, this will be pulled out of the hazmat contingency.
Assumed, right? Okay. So I'll make a motion for ATP 018 roof drain abatement for North Stratfield in the amount of $5,126.00.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen. Motion carries.
ATP 19, this is the additional playground paving. This was approved at the August 19th special building committee meeting. This is a fixed cost with a savings of $612.
Why the huge discrepancy here?
Almost on the money.
Yeah.
Almost too much on the money.
Did this get done already?
Yeah, this was done about a week and a half ago before school opened up.
All right, and everybody's happy with it?
Yes, Louisa was thrilled that there was a fresh paving there for. That's where they get all the kindergartners out, where the parents wait. So it was great timing.
Good deal. All right.
Okay. On to Osborne.
Okay, Osborne 5, ATP 5, RFI 35, classrooms 3 and 4, indirect sanitary connection. This was previously approved at $8,179. This is a fixed cost at $2,398.
I like the trend. Maybe Jesse has to
Yeah.
have a clinic on estimating, but okay, let's pressing on.
You guys keep giving us money back, you're gonna go out of business.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna do invoices in a minute, Joe. I don't think that's the case, but we'll.
Well, the problem is they come in with these ATPs and give us heart attacks, and then they come, oh, we're just joking.
You guys don't like jump scares? Good old fashioned
No.
jump scares.
No, I'm too old for this.
Okay, the last one is our ATP 11, RFI 41. This is the concrete encasement of the primary conduits. This is only across the parking lot from the pole to the transformer, and this is an estimated cost of $13,087.
Make a motion to have UI pay for it.
Yeah. Isn't that already done? I thought we already dug up Osborne Hill and ran all that conduit.
It is done. Dowling's just catching up on the official pricing side. We should have it probably next week, so we can get you an official one in the coming week.
Okay.
But yes, the work is done. The parking lot's paved, and we're out of the way there.
Okay. So make a motion to approve ATP 011, RFI 041 concrete encasement of primary conduits per UI for Osborne Hill in the amount of $13,087.00 as an estimated
Second.
date. Any further discussion?
Done.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. To invoices to dispel Joe's concern.
All right. Invoice packet. Basically, it is Gilbane has 5 of the 9 pay applications. 1 for each of the phase 1 schools plus the North Stratfield roof. And then they have a 5th one for phase 2 through 5 pre-con. We have Save More, basically their August payment application for Fitz House, Van Zelm commissioning, Continental Casualty for the builder's risk policy, and then Myers. Total is $1,979,577.04.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept rolling up all of Gilbane's invoices into one for $1,854,978.04. $982.71.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? My
None.
numbers align with yours, Rod. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve, Save More invoice number 9 dated 8/20/2024 in the amount of $93,812.50.
I'll second the motion. Any discussion? Good. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Make a motion to approve Van Zelm's invoice number 0052312 dated 8/21/2024 in the amount of $14,493.48.
I'll second the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Make a motion to approve Continental Casualty invoice 240819.01 dated 8/19/2024 in the amount of $12,130.35.
Second the motion. Any discussion? Very good. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. You want to roll, Rodney? You want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm on a roll. I'll finish up. I like to hear myself talk. Make a motion to approve Myers invoice 120-057437. It's quite an invoice number. Dated 7/30/2024 in the amount of $4,158.00.
I'll again second the motion. Any discussion? Good. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Rodney.
You're welcome.
Back to the agenda. Okay, old business. The only item I had following up, North Stratfield, we had the heating discovery that was going on. Did that get resolved?
Yeah.
Yes,
so
it
we
did.
forced. Oh yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Well, no, go.
So a little update on that. So we were able to do a lot of the work firsthand on the boiler room side. There was a dryer that had to be replaced for the system, which was done by Ferguson. They found a few other leaks in the boiler room region, which they did repair at the time. The next step would be to get them in the classrooms just to check thermostats for any other small leaks, which we are looking to do starting next week when we are there second shift. And really, once we eliminate or find if there's any other culprits in the classrooms, we can address those, and that should be able to get the system to a point where it will be where Sal was looking to have it, which is usable through the heating season until we obviously completely replace it through next summer. So that's pretty much all I have for right now. So there was some work that had to be done that was completed. And then we have to get on the classroom side, which we will start doing next week. And I'll hopefully have more information by the end of next week on that.
All right, so we approved $10,905 for scoping identifying. Did any of the fixes get incorporated in that spend in the
We
room?
can utilize that, yes, Jeff, as like the first wave. I'm still collecting tickets, because it's a time and materials thing based on what they're finding. So I'm I'll get all that together. But yes, we could apply everything to that first ATP, and if there's any overrun, we can obviously bring it to you and address it if it's necessary.
And worst case on thermostats is that they have to be replaced.
I believe that would be the worst case. So we have to address that if it comes to that. My understanding is that the system is working a bit better because of the dryer in there now, and some of the leaks they fixed on the boiler room side. So they said they still think there's some minor leaks in the system. They use the keyword minor. So we're gonna again explore next week. Maybe there's I don't want to say anything on record that's like, oh, there's only 2. We don't know yet, but I do know that they believe there's a few more minor leaks somewhere down the line, but it didn't seem alarming at this point after the initial repairs they did.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any other questions or old business, Rodney or Joe?
No.
All right. Moving on to new business. I have none.
None here.
Joe, new business. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Very good. So moving on, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Go ahead, Joe.
Favor?
All right.
All right. Very good. All right. Next meeting is September 20th in our standard bi-weekly rotation. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your end of summer.